welcome. Raw Life back again with another entry to Grand Lethal, my Zidane Saga. This time we're going to be taking on Lofty Souls, Lufenia Plus, the Cid Raines event, Lufenia. Before we get started, a little bit of business. Check us out on the live stream every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Blart, Type Zero, and myself. We have a good time, and hope to see you there tonight, every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the runs, if you enjoy the saga. If you're a Zidane fan, hit that like button. I'm trying to grow the channel just a little bit. But anyway, let's get straight into this Lufenia Plus. This one is a pain in the ass if you don't bring who they want you to bring, and so I did. I brought exactly who they needed. Zidane, of course, Cid Raines in his first appearance, and Porom. Basically, these guys, or this guy, is really tanky. He's real tough. He gets his first move is always his recast. So if you're not no-turning him with some Cid Raines, AFMAL shenanigans, then you're going to have to let him take a turn and just hit you with the recast once. So we waited to put on all our debuffs. We got Jack, we got Kurasame, and we waited until after he went. We used the Warrior of Light LD call to survive the first recast. If you don't break his shield, because he starts with the shield, he does a lot of damage on that recast. So Warrior of Light is a great way to just kind of get around that. Zidane here, of course, is green. He's going to be the main damage dealer, even with Cid Raines, because Cid Raines is there for the orb. I don't know if that's actually true. Cid Raines does a lot of damage. It's kind of crazy. If you're wondering how Cid Raines works, as long as his buffs are up, everything he does initiates a launch, and then at the end of the launch, there you go, 927k. At the end of the launch, he does a double attack, and it's just crazy damage. Zidane is here to get that BT effect up first with the Grand Lethal Burst Finisher and delete turns. We don't want this guy to move again. Basically, we threw on all our debuffs after he got his first turn, and now we're going to delay and delete him into oblivion and just kind of beat him up with our overpowered meta team. Trust me, folks, we'll get some creative runs at some point. I promise. Just right now, adjusting to Lufenia Plus and all the real life stuff I got going on. Kind of tough to get really big brain plays, big brain team comps through this fight. Also, I don't have a big brain, so that kind of makes it tougher. But luckily, I do have Cid Raines. I have a pull battle against Mino on my channel if you want to check it out, how much it cost me to get Raines. Also, there's a lot of controversy surrounding that video. I won't be addressing it. My lawyers have begun litigation to clear my name as far as that goes, so I've been advised not to make a statement at this time. So that will be the last thing I say about that. Check it out on my YouTube and let me know who you think won. Cid Raines just out here blowing this guy up. This fight is probably, in my experience, other than maybe Vanille, or was it Lillicet? One of those Lost Chap are the first events. You really needed the character back when the 35 CP era, but since then, this was definitely the biggest difference in a team with and without the featured character. Cid Raines just absolutely destroys this guy. The orb is doing like 250k in the air, and that does not include the launcher. Well, Cid Raines, even if he launches, his big damage from that launch comes at the end while you're still in the air. So this fight's just completely made for him. I've seen a lot of people do some cool clears, but even the cool clears for this stage, you got to bring mostly all the meta big hitters because it's just really, really tough. It's 65 turn limit, so that's insane. The orb is just horrible to deal with. Letting the guy take turns is equally horrible to deal with. He'll debuff you, he'll blow you up. His gimmick is at 49 right there. He automatically fills up his recast bar, and if you let him move again, he's going to cleanse all his debuffs. He's going to hit you with a huge HP attack, double dump. So last stand doesn't work either. So no matter what you do here, it's going to be tough. We went ahead and brought in Yuna for a friend Yuna for her BT effect, trying to knock this shield down a little bit as well. Got to get rid of that as soon as possible. Hopefully he doesn't get another turn anyway, but we want that thing gone so he can keep chipping down his damage. We still have a pocket burst from Zidane and summon left, so we're looking good on turn count here. Cid Raines just bullying as he does. Our Yuna BT effect is up, and so Zidane is going to go ahead and burst. The damage, as you can see, even with Jack debuff, even with Kurosame debuff, just pitiful damage for this entire BT effect, or this BT cycle. So, you know I'm not kidding when I say this fight is tough. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments who you used, who you brought. Were you able to get around it without Cid Raines? If so, who'd you bring? Maybe Yuna, Porom, Lael, something like that. That's what most of the clears I'm seeing. There's also a Cid Mal clears all over the place, which is where you basically just turn swap with Cid Raines and Afmal over and over until the thing's dead, and that works pretty well. I did a run of that, 12 turns, very clean. If you need some help on how to use Cid Raines and Afmal, Scott Ong at thecityinfo.com did like a 12-page PowerPoint, which is actually really informative. I had to change my music here. I want to play some beautiful ones while I'm kicking this guy's ass. Sorry for that little bump in the road. But Tomberry Troop also did one, tomberrytroop.com. Lots of good people out here in the community spreading information, making sure everybody knows how to use our new combo. This guy's down to 35%. Cid Raines running out of steam a little bit, but luckily Zidane's BT effect is up, Yuna's BT effect is up, and we're doing 1 million damage in launch. No problem, baby. Still have the summon left to go, so if his turns appear, we'll make sure to get summon phase in so he can't move. The whole strategy with this is just basically destroy him with Cid Raines, throw on the debuffs once he's already moved once, and use Cid Raines to control the orb, which is what we did. We're at 43 turns now, 23% on his health, but like I said, Pandemonium summon phase still available, so I have a feeling we'll be just fine. 842k in the launch, no big deal. And as you see, at 19%, he built up a bunch of Brave as well. This guy is tough. He builds up Brave. He puts on a shield multiple times. He blows you up if you let him get a turn. They really wanted to sell Cid Raines at this point in JP, and they did a great job of it because they're selling Cid Raines, and I'm buying. I mean, good lord, he's fun to use. This is a fun, new kind of kit, a new level of power creep. You know, if you skipped him, more power to you, but I was not about to miss this opportunity to just bully bosses whenever I need to. It's nice to have that in your back pocket, of course. We're down to 10% now. We're in the summon phase. Porom is battering everybody. Cid Raines doing his big damage as he does. And Zidane still has that BT effect up, battering on his turns as well. Or no, maybe his BT effect is out already. He does burn through that thing quick. But if you green him, you get two uses of that BT effect. So 20 turns instead of 10. Anybody still on the fence? I never stop selling. I'm a salesman. And I'm selling Zidane. So keep that in mind. Getting around to the end here. 49 turns, Turn limit 65. Should have done it a lot quicker, but this was one of my first runs. And I just knew that you were supposed to blow them up, so I was not really being very careful on this run. I was just throwing everything at him. I got a little sloppy at times, but as you can see, we're at 50 turns, and he is just about dead. Porom can't finish him off, of course, but fittingly, Cid Raines will deliver that final blow. And boom. So that's entry 3 for Grand Lethal, my Zidane Saga Cid Raines event. Check us out on the live stream, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday. I'll put that link in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. See you guys next time.